Hey out there and welcome. I'm Kate and I am so glad that you are joining me today. Some days you really want a vigorous, hard practice, get you sweating, get the blood pumping, make you feel But some days you need a class that's a little more soft, something that is more comforting, something like your favorite fluffy scarf. Well, if you're looking for the fluffy scarf practice, you have come to the right place. Today I have for you a gentle, mostly on the floor practice that will feel like your favorite fluffy scarf. So if you want to grab a blanket to sit on, a couple of blocks to use as we move through, and your favorite fluffy scarf, let's do this. Okay, so we're gonna start in a comfortable seat, whatever that means for you today. Let your eyes close, feel your shoulders relax, and just take a couple of breaths. Sometimes I find the most important part of my practice is that moment when I can kind of bookmark. I can kind of put a tab in the day so I can leave what was going on the edges of my mat and come here. So do that for yourself as you close your eyes, focus on your breath, leave all of the junk, all of the stuff at the edges of your mat, and save this rectangle for you. This is the fluffy scarf practice. Bringing your stress with you, it's just not gonna work. So take a couple more breaths. And on your next exhale, you're just gonna lower your chin to your chest. Give your head a gentle shake from side to side. And when you inhale, roll your right ear up over your right shoulder. Give your head a little shake there. And then down through center. Feel the shoulder blades kind of work a little deeper into your back as we go here. And then roll your left ear up over your left shoulder. Give your head a little shake there. And then roll down through center, chin to chest. And when you inhale, you're just gonna lift your head and take your gaze over your right shoulder. Bring your head back through the middle and just look to the left. And then back through the middle. We're gonna do some cat-cow while we're seated here. So when you inhale, you can feel your shoulder blades pulled on your back, lift up through your chest. And exhale and round. You can grab your knees with your fingertips, create a little more oomph. Inhale, arch, look up. Exhale and round. A couple more there. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale, feel those shoulder blades pull in, broaden through your collarbones. And then round in, chin toward your chest, press the center of your upper back toward the wall behind you. I'm gonna kind of come to a steady place, nice tall spine. Take your right fingertips out to the side, walk them out a bit, and slide your left arm up and over your ear. Feel that left side sitting bone root down as you reach through your fingertips. Inhale up through center, you can press your fingertips to each other. Boom, tag the other hand. Come on down with that left hand. Reach up and over to the left. And then inhale, come on up through the middle. When you exhale, you're gonna bring your hands down through prayer. Take just a moment here to close your eyes and breathe. And when you inhale, you're gonna open your eyes, release your hands. Okay, so we're gonna start facing the long edge of your mat. So I'm not gonna move, but you may have to. And if you're sitting up on something, then you can come off of that blanket or that block. And from here, you're just gonna take your, bring your left foot in and then your right shin in front. And start here, right? Sitting bones root down, sit up nice and tall. And we're gonna keep this left shin folded in, take your right leg and stretch it out, and maybe roll out that ankle and kind of point and flex for a second. And then you wanna sit up as tall as you can and lengthen up and over. Try to work that hip crease You want to flex your left foot, push through your heel, and feel the top of your thigh root down. And you may not go very far. Maybe you're completely folded over. Whatever gets you to a place where you feel like, okay, that's a good stretch. Pause there and breathe. You want to keep that length through your spine, keep the lift through your chest, even if you're folded all the way over. Then walk your hands back underneath you. You're going to swing your left hand to that right knee and take your right hand behind you and come into a nice twist here. And you can keep pushing through that left foot. You're going to keep your right hand or your left hand where it is. Take your right arm, stretch it up. Then you're going to lean back as if you could lay this left shoulder onto your left thigh. Yeah. And then come on up. This is the funky part. You're going to take your right hand to the floor, take your left hand to the floor, and now we're going to swing this left leg back and sweep your right knee across until we come into a pigeon pose, facing the short end of the mat. You can pop onto your fingertips, take a gaze back, make sure that everything's coming straight out. Inhale, lengthen up. And when you exhale, start to fold yourself down. Inhale, press into the floor. You're going to lift back up, lift your chest. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, lift it up. I'm going to take my fingertips wide. Exhale, lower it down. Feels better. One more. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, we're going to lower it down. And this time you can bring your forearms underneath you and find a place of rest. Let your shoulders relax. And just work to square your hips. If you feel like you're bonking too far out to the right, pull it in a little bit. That's it. 2 more breaths. You can check out your head. And then slide your hands underneath you. You're gonna roll back onto this outer right hip, come back through the middle. So now we're back to where we started. Left toes pointing up. You're gonna fold your left shin in front, sit up tall, and then fold, come out and over. Sitting bones still reaching back. You can kind of press those hands into the floor. Press back even more through your sitting bones and shake your head. Then walk your hands back in. You're gonna keep this left shin in, take your right leg, stretch it out, flex your foot, maybe roll it out, get all those snaps and cracks out of the way. And then sit up nice and tall, and you're just gonna walk yourself forward. Same idea. Try to keep the sides of your body long, the front and the back of your body. Our tendency is to wanna kind of curl in, but see if you can stay with that extension through your chest and take the fold there. And maybe it means you don't go as far into it, and that's okay. I'm trying to be gentle with ourselves today, right? And on an inhale, walk your hands back in. Take that left hand behind you. Right hand's gonna reach for your knee. Sit up tall, and you can keep pressing through this right thigh as much as possible. But bring yourself into a twist. And bring yourself back through the middle. All right, we're gonna keep your right hand across. Take your left arm, stretch it up and over. And now we're gonna lay this right side on the top of your thigh. Or, think about it. You got it. Take another breath here. Maybe take your gaze down. Or look it up. And then press into that back foot. You're gonna take your left hand down, take your right hand down, sweep this right leg behind, and we're gonna come into our pigeon again. All right, untuck those toes, take your gaze back, and then take your fingertips wide, right? Inhale, lift up. Exhale, you're gonna bend through those elbows and release down. Inhale, curl it up. Exhale and down. Again, come on up. And down. Last one, inhale it up. And then exhale, you can bring your forearms underneath you and come down and relax here. Again, you wanna work through the hips. If you can pull that left thigh bone back a bit, draw that right thigh bone forward so you get a little scissor through your inner thighs, and then check out your head. All right, and slide your hands underneath you. Gonna come on up, and again, roll to this outer left hip. Gonna come back through the middle so that right leg's kicked up, and then fold your right shin in front, sit up tall, and walk your hands forward. Come back into this nice, juicy hip stretch. Then walk your hands underneath. From here, you're gonna stretch both legs out in front. Give them a little shake. And then take your hands behind you, fingertips pointed in or out to the side. You're gonna walk your feet in one reverse table, right? Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest, and then push into your feet, lift your hips. And if you wanna work your wrists, you can kind of seesaw back and forth, and you're still facing the long edge of your mat, so don't panic, it's all good. You're right where you need to be. And then set your butt back down onto the floor. You're gonna keep your right knee bent, take your left leg, stretch it out. And again, we're gonna sit nice and tall, wrap the left arm around, slide your right hand behind, come on into another twist. Keep that left leg active. Inhale, you're gonna come back through the middle, take your left hand to the mat, you're gonna swing your right hand around. So now we're facing here, right? Press into this right foot, lift your hips, step the left leg back, sweep your right leg up, inhale. When you exhale, you're gonna step it up between your thumbs, drop your back knee, sink your hips, come high onto your fingertips, and breathe. Press into that right foot, inhale, take your arms, reach them up, soften your shoulders as you exhale. Inhale, high into those fingertips, and then take your hands to the floor. You're gonna step back into table, and then cat-cow. Inhale, arch that back. Exhale and round. Couple of rounds here. One more, let's do it. Then come back to your table. You're gonna sweep your feet over to the right side, sit your butt down, boop, and we're gonna face the long edge of the mat again. This time, you're gonna bend your left knee, right? Pull your heel in, keep stretching through that right leg, and we wrap the right arm around. Take your left hand behind. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, find that twist. And come back through center. You're gonna plant the right hand, plant that left hand. Ready? Press into this foot, lift yourself back, step that right foot back, sweep your left leg up, inhale. And when you exhale, step it up between your thumbs. Drop your back knee, sink your hips. Press firmly into that left foot. Inhale, take your arms, you're gonna reach them up. Soften your shoulders, keep the low belly lifting away from the top of this left thigh. Take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. And maybe drop your chin to your chest for a second, shake out your head. Okay, inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, take your hands to the floor. You're gonna step back into table. And a couple of rounds of cat and cow. One more. Inhale, feel your chest thread through those upper arms. Exhale, press the floor away, round through your upper back. And then come back to neutral. Gonna sweep your feet over to the right. Take your butt to the floor. Swing your feet out again. And then you're gonna take your feet nice and wide. Here we go. Flex both feet. Inhale, sit up as tall as you can here. If you find that your pelvis is really tilting back, right, and you kind of are crouching this way and really working on getting your weight forward, sit up on a blanket, right, and let the blanket kind of hitch your sitting bones back so your pelvis can then come to a more neutral position here. You're gonna lengthen up wherever you are, blanket or no, and then just start to walk yourself forward. And just like we did before, you wanna think about the sides of the body, front and the back of the body, all nice and long and straight. That's it. And then you're gonna walk your left forearm across, hook it to that inner thigh or to the top of your thigh. Press through your right sitting bone. You're gonna sweep this right arm up and over your ear. And maybe you can make contact with that big toe. I don't know. Wherever you are, you wanna feel the chest start to roll open. Then push into that left foot, inhale, come on up. And then take that right forearm down. Same idea, stretch across, roll that left shoulder open. Okay, inhale, come on up. Now you're gonna spin your chest toward this right leg. Okay, right foot's gonna kind of sweep a little bit. Take the left leg, sweep it back behind you. So now we're here, gonna roll onto the ball of this back foot, lengthen up, and then we come into our dying warrior. You can let this left hip point start to spin in a little bit. If you wanna walk your forearms over to the right, then you're gonna come back through the middle, plant your hands, press into this feet, lift your hips, sweep your right leg back, inhale. When you exhale, step it up between those thumbs, drop your back knee, Anjaneyasana, full breath here. And then both hands are gonna come down to the inside of that front foot. Give yourself a lizard pose, sink through your hips. Maybe rock gently side to side. All right, then you're gonna take this back foot, sweep it in, shift yourself back toward the front of the mat. Here we go. Take a seat. Boom, boom. Super elegant, I know. You're gonna lengthen up, and one more time, walk yourself forward. And sweep your right forearm over to the right. Take that left arm up and over. Press into your heels, come on up, and sail the left forearm down. Take your lean to the other side. And then come on back up. And now we're gonna take this left foot, slide it in a little bit, plant your hands in the other direction, sweep your right leg back. Sit up nice and tall, draw in and up through your low belly, and then walk yourself out and over. Little dying warrior on this side. You wanna keep that left foot flexed. Maybe you wanna walk over to the left. Those forearms. And then slide your hands back underneath you. Gonna lift your hips. Swing it back, down dog split. Left leg lifts, inhale. And then step it up between those thumbs. Drop your back knee. Press into the floor. Inhale, come up, Anjaneyasana. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. And when you exhale, both hands come down to the inside of this left foot. And into lizard, you can slide your hips a little bit back and forth. That's it. Okay, and now you're gonna take this right foot, sweep it behind you, take the left foot, step it in, tuck your toes under, sit your weight back on your heels. If this is too much, you can always come off the toes, it's all good. Let your eyes close. And breathe. And then we're going to come into a comfortable seat. If you want a Shavasana, you can go for Shavasana. But I'm going to end it here, just kind of seated for a couple of breaths. So get comfortable. If you want a blanket underneath your sitting bones, you can take some blankets under your sitting bones. If you want to sit cross-legged or in Vajrasana like I've got here, you can do that too. Take just a moment to close your eyes and to breathe. Take a couple more moments here with your breath. Bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra, and just as we punctuated the beginning of our class, you're going to bring a small punctuation to the end of class by bowing your head. And say a thank you to your body and your breath for moving with you gently today. And thank yourself for opting for a softer practice, because sometimes it's exactly what we need, just like that super soft fuzzy scarf. Thank you for practicing with me today. I appreciate you being here. I look forward to practicing with you again. As always, like, comment, let me know what you think. I love hearing from you guys. And best of all, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when new things drop. Have a great one.